Kyndryl made a big announcement with IBM. What's going
Microsoft. Microsoft.
on? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay. This is the one that I threw out at you. So Kyndryl Microsoft made a mainframe announcement, which is kind of interesting because we all know that Microsoft is sort of not really in the mainframe space, but at the same time, what we've seen over the last few years is a lot of the big public cloud providers are putting more effort in to enable certain mainframe workload migration, either off mainframe or also collaboratively with the mainframe. And I think that's something that you and I have reiterated endlessly on this show. The mainframe is not dead, okay? In fact, it's going to continue to be really critical, especially in highly regulated industries. Companies are going to continue to need it for the security, reliability, resiliency. And what's happening, though, is there are parts of the enterprise that probably benefit more from cloud architectures or modern cloud architectures. So what's basically going on is Kyndryl, which is from IBM, so that's probably what you were thinking, Pat. Has their Z Cloud, which is basically one of its big business units. According to our mainframe analyst Stephen Dickens, he's estimated that of the around $19 billion in top line revenue that Kyndryl has, $4 billion of it is tied to the mainframe. So a really important part of the business. And so basically what's going on is Kyndryl and Microsoft announced that they're going to connect Kyndryl environments to Microsoft Azure-based Power Platform. Wow. Okay. Very interesting. So the Z Cloud becomes basically capable of connecting to single-tenant customer-hosted systems in the Microsoft Cloud. And in long story short, by doing this, they're going to basically create 4 advantages for their customers. It comes down to accessibility, innovation, collaboration, and integration. So, the ability to access and connect mainframe data to the cloud. This is also going to drive, with the Power Platform, the ability to create applications across the DevOps pipeline. From a collaboration standpoint, you can actually have the mainframe talk to teams using natural query language, which is pretty interesting for both productivity and execution. And then and from an integration standpoint, you can take mainframe data and build low-code, no-code applications on the Power Platform to empower this citizen developer movement, which is a big deal to Microsoft. As I kind of see it as a whole, this is a part of this evolution that's going on where mainframes will long be critical to many, many industries. That's why it's driving such a big part of the Kyndryl business. That's why IBM has long been so committed to it. And that's why companies like Microsoft and AWS have been aggressively building strategic migrations that don't necessarily take everything off the mainframe, but give a pipe that connects data from mainframe to cloud in a way that's both accessible and secure. So I think it's an important partnership. And again, I think the mainframe is going to be around a lot longer than people think because we've been getting rid of it for the last 50 years and it's still here and that's not going to change.
Yeah, good stuff, Daniel. This really goes under the moniker, us analysts, we like to put everything in their box. This is mainframe modernization, right? It was interesting about 3 years ago at AWS reInvent, Andy Jassy had put up, first of all, knocked Oracle like he does every event, but he also put IBM in his target, and he announced a mainframe replacement program. What's interesting, here we are, and we saw this announcement between IBM and AWS. It is now a mainframe modernization program, which is almost an industry, or at least an AWS realization that mainframes aren't going away, but let's help our customers to modernize them. And one thing I want to point out, when Daniel says Power Platform, he's talking about the Microsoft as opposed to the IBM Power Platform, which is the server platform that they have. So now, IBM through Kyndryl and Microsoft have 2 partners, and who knows, maybe a Google Cloud next week, they'll come out with a mainframe modernization type of program. This is clearly in the bead of Kyndryl. right? As an IBM spinoff, they were doing a lot of this type of managed services and outsourcing type of deals. So I don't know, because I don't follow Kyndryl as closely as you do, whether this is a trend or just a one-off. But it's good to see Kyndryl working with other players out there like Microsoft.